What's up, guys? Today is the 18th of June, and as you can see here, my inventory has taken over the dining room, and I still have a couple of stuff that needs to show up, but I am really trying hard to get everything situated and sorted. And then I just finished putting tassels on each and every single one of these bookmarks. There are 1,000. Did I need that many? Probably not, but go big or go home. Today is June 20th, and I went ahead and set up like a little mock idea of what the table is going to look like. So hopefully this will translate well when we get there. But I still got to figure out all that. Put up pricing, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. All right, today is June 30th. Everything is just about packed, ready to go. So all this stuff is gonna be coming with. And so is big guy here. I will say every time I set him up, I feel like he gets taller. All right, it is finally July 1st. We're getting ready to hit the road, and shout out to White Bison for the latte. Woo! We made it here to Southern Illinois, just getting some gas at the Road Ranger, here with all the other trucks. Here we made it to Missouri, just got 100 miles to go to Kansas City. So we'll be staying for the night, so. Be staying here for the night. Pretty neat casino resort, never been here before, for Kansas City, so let's check it out. Checked in at the hotel, and I don't think I'm allowed to film in the casino room, but it was pretty cool getting to walk around. And Kansas City really loves their Chiefs. Go Chiefs! Alright, it is day 2. Time to hit the road. Alright, see you later, cars. Time to go. We are topping off at this Phillips 66 just right across from Hara's. And I gotta say, it is kind of neat getting to see this side of America. I grew up in SoCal and moved out in my early 20s, so I didn't think I'd see this much of the good old USA. But, alright, all we got is drive through Kansas, and we'll be in Colorado. Alright, it is July 3rd, and I did not film anything when we got to the Airbnb yesterday because I was tired. We just went straight to bed, but we're over here at the Mile High Stadium in the marshalling yard, my bad. So I've never done this before, but we'll see how it goes. All right, we unloaded everything and now we are already setting up. So this is the work in progress so far. It's been 40 minutes. Yay. So you can see it's a little busier here. A lot more fuller in the artist alley, and after 2.5 hours, the booth is finally done. Yay! But I'm right next to the entrance of the unloading dock, so it is pandemonium for sure. It's pretty cool. But anyways, we're 90% done. I just gotta set up Alec tomorrow morning when the show opens, so he'll stand right there. Yay! Okay guys, we're probably 7 hours into the con, and it's been pretty busy. I haven't had a chance to film, but here's the new setup. The booth next to us didn't show up, but anyways, I got my helper. I got my brother here, and then say hi, Jordan. This is Jordan Haro. He is the voice for not only Alec, but Dr. Ratio. Anyways, they're not camera shy. I am, so you can see their beautiful faces. Alright, and that's it for day one. It went pretty good. Honestly, for me, I've never been to anything this big, so I know a lot of other vendors are saying today is usually the slowest day. It was, excuse me. Honestly, it was like a busy day for me for like a regular convention, but again, I've never been to anything this big, so I'm excited and both nervous for the upcoming days. So let's get ready. Say hi, Brennan. Hey guys, this is future Epoch, and yeah, I forgot to film the second day. Don't know what happened, but it was definitely my busiest day, and just, I guess, a little spoiler, my Thursday and Sunday did just about the same, and Friday and Saturday did just about the same as well. So yeah, okay, back to the video. Yay, today is day 3, the big day. Jordan! Oh. Hi!
Day 3!
Yeah, here we go, we're pumped up. Woo! Yeah! Alright, it is the end of day 3. It was pretty busy, I gotta say. But now we are on our way to Drink and Draw, and I'm gonna go check that out. Yeah! So oh, Leo's cosplay, awesome. Alright, here is the last day. Yeah, oh, sorry, I'm so tired. But here we go. This one will just end 2 hours early, I believe. But yeah, let's go. Alright, and it is the end of day 4? Oh god, I don't know. But now we're getting ready to break it down, and there's a couple of stragglers still hanging about. But hey, this was a super awesome experience. Alec got a lot of love, and that's all that matters. Alright, we are all packed up, and we are ready to get the hell out of here. Woo! Thank you, FanExpo Denver. All right, it is 8:15 and we are headed back to Nashville, Tennessee. Hey guys, this part of the video is just basically about my thoughts and opinions about the whole event because I didn't really get to sit down and like record myself doing it. So now it's like a few days after the event, I got back, unpacked everything, and got situated. Did give myself some rest and time to recharge, but yeah, I just want to talk about the event. So first of all, first and foremost, thank you so much to everybody who came to my table. It was so delightful. Thank you so much. It was awesome, and some of you, I feel like a good amount actually recognized my stuff, and thank you so much. And for everyone who bought a book, especially those who came back the next day, told me you guys read it and were like waiting for the next one. It fills my heart with joy. That's honestly what keeps me going. Once again, thank you, and I hope to do more events all around the country here in the coming years. But anyways, so just a short summary over the whole event. It was awesome. I was both anxious, scared, nervous, excited, just like a combination of all the emotions you can have, and because I really didn't know what to expect. It was a lot of work, no doubt. That's my first time doing a 4-day event, and it was a lot, especially driving across the United States, a good portion, I would say. Very, very exhausting, and then to pack it all up and go back, yes, it takes a little bit out of you, but nonetheless, a super cool experience. I will say I am a Yaposaurus Rex. I love talking, I love to yap, and my voice was like dead on Sunday, and yeah, my feet hurt a lot. I stood the entire time for the most part, and yeah, my feet were just sore, swollen, and tired, and every morning I remember waking up, like every morning would just progressively get worse of like, oh God. I have to sell comic books. Just another 30 minutes, please. But anyways, now is my opinion about the con itself, the organization. So when we got there to the marshalling yard, I had no idea what that was. I thought marshal reminds me of like authorities. So I just assumed they were gonna like look through all your stuff. I showed up super early, just like I said in the video, and I wasn't supposed to do that, but I slipped through up until I did the unloading part. For the most part, Artist Alley was set up except for literally 2 rows, which my table was in that row. And we got caught, and the people there were not very nice. Like, I know I showed up early, I should have read the emails, I get it, but just very aggressive. And it's, I don't know the whole situation. It seems like there was 3 different organizations working at the event. You had FanExpo individuals, you had security, which was their own company, and then you had the convention center employees, which it sounds like they've been, I think, referred to themselves as union. Those people were not very delightful at all, and just very frustrating individuals to work with. That sounds very harsh. I would probably say it's about a 50-50 chance. But some people were cool. Some people were like, had that, I don't know, hall monitor personality where they're just like watching everything you do, and you're like, hey, shouldn't you be like setting up tables? But they're worried about why you're standing next to the wall. Anyway, so the show manager just had us move our stuff to the side until the table was ready. So we just walked around for a little bit there. And yeah, I brought way too much stuff. So the setup took a lot longer than I wanted to, but it was fine. And the convention itself, people there were very friendly, especially artists and other vendors. Everyone who came up to me or who I went up to were just super awesome. Granted, I didn't have enough time to like go around to every single individual, but the vibe from what I experienced definitely welcoming. And also, like I said, the attendees, everyone just seemed like they're happy to be there. So it was a very pleasant time. Thank you everyone for just being chill. And the organization, I don't really have a lot to say. And while I was selling my stuff, I didn't really get a chance to go out to see panels or celebrities. I didn't really have an interest to anyways. I was just very focused on what I was doing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that it was a pretty good run show, because I didn't hear anything about like, oh, they're late or they didn't set up in time. I know I did hear there was like some cancellations on a couple of celebrities, but other than that, it seemed like for the most part people had a good time. I will say this, I heard from a lot of other artists around me. I did not experience this myself. It had to do about the Wi-Fi. So they have a guest Wi-Fi and there's the paid Wi-Fi you use. I think that, don't quote me on this, but I think it was $80 a day, which is a good amount of money to be paying for Wi-Fi. I went ahead and got my own hotspot. I use AT&T, the business hotspot. I didn't have any problems throughout those 4 days. However, I cannot say the same for my peers around me. I did see people try to like run out the exit to like get some service. And I did hear complaints like, oh man, and then, even customers were coming up to me and like asking if I took card. I was like, yeah. And they're like, well, right now it's a lot of people are having troubles doing card transactions. I was like, oh my gosh. So I guess the only advice right now I could give is like, if you can afford your own hotspot, go with that. I don't know if you can rely on event Wi-Fi all the time, because it does get very busy in there, and I hear especially in the middle of the complex it's difficult to get service. But as far as loading back up, once again, like I mentioned earlier, there was some individuals who were convention employees were making it a little bit difficult for the exiting process. But honestly, everyone's tired. Everyone wants to get back to their hotel, home, get back on the road, whatever they're doing. We got places to go and we don't want to be here anymore because, hey, it's over. Let us go, please. I promise you, none of us wants to loiter. We just want to go take everything and exit as quickly as possible. But overall, like I mentioned, this is my first like big 4-day expo, whatever you want to call it, Comic-Con. Overall, I do want to come back. I had a great time. And other than the hiccups and bumps, I think it was very doable. It was very doable and easy process and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so this segment, I'm just kind of talk in general, just about some details that I may have left out during the vlog, because I was just very focused and anxious about working and, making the right impression and sales, all that kind of stuff. I just didn't have time to vlog. And also, I did forget to for a good chunk there. But first I want to talk about, Jordan Haro was there. He and I go back to 2019 when I first casted him as Alex Voice, and he is super talented and he got a big break. He got casted as Dr. Ratio, did a marvelous job, and I told him that I was going to be going to this event, and I invited him down. I said, hey, if you want to, hang out and meet some fans or something, like, you're more than welcome. So that's how that all got set up. And I wish I vlogged more of our time together, but I was so tired. But yeah, shout out to Jordan. I'll put his socials up on the screen. So give him support. He is awesome, and keep a lookout. He'll be attending conventions as a guest here in the future, in the near future, matter of fact. So I did not stay at a hotel. I did have like a small U-Haul trailer attached to my vehicle, so I was a little worried about, where would I be able to put the truck and the U-Haul and all that kind of stuff. So I ended up getting an Airbnb. Also, my brother was staying with me, and it was cheaper to get an Airbnb with 2 bedrooms instead of a hotel with two rooms. So, I guess pick and choose your battles. Yeah, he is my brother, but we do really, really appreciate our privacy. But I will say the Airbnb wasn't that bad. Yeah, you don't get the hotel services, but the host that I went through, very awesome people. And I didn't have to do the whole clean up, take the trash out, wipe down the counters. Like, they didn't ask a lot. It was just very minimal, basic, like turn off the AC and just put the towels in a pile. Very cool. I had a great time. And it was like a 7-minute Uber ride from into the convention center. So it was a great location. And speaking of Ubers, the Ubers were plentiful. I didn't have to wait terribly too long for any of them to show up. And everyone was cool. I didn't have any bad scenarios or experiences. And also getting to the convention itself was very straightforward, and yeah, no complaints. So, and then also I do want to give a shout out to this ramen shop. They fucking kept me alive throughout these 4 days. I was extremely hungry at the end of the convention because I wouldn't really eat anything. I just have a couple snacks. But yeah, shout out to Mizumi Ramen and Sake. Their fucking food kept me alive throughout the 4 days. Okay, now finally to talk about costs and finances, probably what a lot of you are looking forward. I will just say ahead of time, I don't give my exact profit number. I like to keep that private, but I like to give you kind of a gist as far as the cost on my end. So as far as traveling, gas was about $550, yeah. So lodging with the Airbnb, that came out to $1,500, which is quite a bit. And the 2 hotels that I stayed at on the way to and from Denver, the halfway point, I had some hotel points, so those stays were free. The U-Haul itself, it came out to about $250. And the reason why it was so high is because I just went ahead and got the insurance. The cost of the booth was $912, which is probably the most I have ever spent on a booth at any event ever. But you know what? It did pay itself off. I was very pleased with the finishing numbers. And Uber was, give or take, about $25 a day, was not that bad. Honestly, parking was anywhere from $30 to $45. So I count that as a win, and I'm sure some of you may disagree about what I'm saying. Maybe there was free parking somewhere close to the convention. I will say I could not find it. And also I had a big old U-Haul on the back of the truck, so I didn't even want to mess with that. And then last but not least, I did rebook for next year. They had a little promo going on where instead of me paying the full cost of $912, the cost of the table to rebook was $850. So I did that as well. So altogether, this is the total of how much I spent. I don't really include eating in there. I have different eating habits than most people. At events like this, I get so nervous that I only eat once in the day. But some people enjoy their breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So it's really up to you how much you end up spending. As far as how much I make, I can tell you guys this. I did sell 250 copies of Maven, which was really, really cool. That is the most I've ever sold. I will say this, a successful convention for me is if the revenue is 10 times the amount the booth itself costs, if that makes sense. So I did do fine. Yes, I did spend a lot of money getting here. Hopefully in the future, I can bring that number down. We will see. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, so things that I wish I did differently. Yes, of course, the overhead expense of traveling, getting out there, staying. I wish if there was some way I can bring that down. I hope maybe one day I can figure that out. But you know what? It comes with the territory. That's just how it is. Something I wish I could have done differently was have somebody vlog or somebody remind me to vlog throughout the day, because I would like to carry on this as like a little series. Also, I did notice that a lot of people who were walking by my booth were kind of looking at it and were wondering like, what's going on here? So I wish I had brought a sign or something that did clearly state that Maven is an original comic book series and that it is a graphic novel or something along those lines. I would have to tell people every time like, oh, I'm promoting my original comic book series. So it would have been easier if I had a sign that said that for me. So people would be like, oh, because honestly, if you don't know what it is, the booth does kind of look like a vibe. Like we don't know what kind of vibe. It's a cool vibe. There's a dog man and cool looking things, but we don't know what it's about. So I wish I had that. Another thing is I do regret bringing so much stuff. I was an eager beaver and should have probably brought half the amount of things that I brought. Also, it would have saved me on the cost of a U-Haul, but whatever. You live and you learn. Thankfully, that didn't break the bank, but next time, not to bring so much. And then also, last thing, this is just for me. I heard from one of the vendors that they also get sore feet from standing up so much, so they use a yoga mat and they just wear their socks and just stand on it, and it like saves them from having like swollen ankles and foot pain. So yeah, next time I will bring my own yoga mat and just, rock it barefoot behind the stand. Just kidding. I will have some sort of protective footwear. But once again, thank you to everyone who showed up to my booth, especially to those who bought a copy and liked the story and are looking forward to more. You guys are awesome. You made this event for me. I will be back hoping that, everything runs smoothly the next year. But yeah, and feel free to check out my webcomic. You can read it free online. Maven is a fantasy story. So if you like that, feel free to check it out. And all the merch that I did have for sale in this video will be up on my shop. You can also browse there too. But in the meantime, I'll see you guys at the next event.